So as a member of the business team, you will have to make multiple presentations throughout your first career. Whether it be for potential sponsors, judges, for awards at FRC competitions, or for banking students who are interested in joining the team, being able to conduct a presentation is a necessary skill. It's important that you know proper presentation etiquette and how to shine in a presentation, even in virtual presentations over Zoom or Google Meet, as they're becoming more and more popular.
If you're someone who struggles with presentations in school, this webinar is perfect for you. We will go over the typical presentations you would conduct throughout the year and some tips and tricks on how to make a presentation memorable. But before we begin, the first step is to be confident in yourself. I understand that it is easy to get anxious and nervous, but there's no need for that. So grab a pen and paper, some water, and a fancy presentation blazer. Let's get started!
During a typical FRC season, one main presentation that our team will give is the pit presentation. Now, the pit is a workspace area that's specific to FRC competitions. If you want to learn more about what the pit is, be sure to check out one of our other videos that explains how the competition works. But what's important to know about the pit is the pit presentation. Since the build team will be hard at work fixing, enhancing, or repairing the robot throughout the entirety of the competition, two members of the business team will be standing outside of the pit at all times with a TV stand and a presentation prepared for any judges that may walk by. Pit presentations are divided evenly among members of the business team throughout the day in 1-hour shifts, and there are two team members that are outside the pit at all times.
Now, what are pit presentations and what is its purpose? Pit presentations are opportunities for members of the business team to meet and talk to judges prior to chairman's presentation. Throughout the day, FRC judges will be walking around to pit area, examining the team's pits and deciding which of the major awards should go to which teams. A pit presentation is where you can explain the core values of our team to judges, highlight aspects of our team that makes us unique, and ultimately leave a positive first impression to any judges that walks by our pit area. Pit presentations are crucial because it's one of the only times that we are able to talk to any judges directly. And the judges are the people who decide what awards we are eligible for and possibly win. Pit presentations are less structured than a typical presentation, as they are on a continuous basis and repeated throughout the entire day. A useful tip for you is not to have specific script memorized. Instead, keep mental notes of certain key points you should talk about with the judges. That way, you won't stumble when you're talking to them. For example, some topics that you might want to mention are the events that we plan that are unique to our team, and the fact that we won the Rookie All-Star Award, and how many of our connections to the London community. Mr. McKay and the mentors will give you different points to discuss, depending on the questions you receive from judges. Those key points should pivot. Attempt to apply what point you're thinking about to respond to 3 characteristics of good response.
Another tip that we say is to make sure that you stay engaged with the judge that you're talking to. The competition days can get long and really tiring, but you don't want to show that to a judge. You want to make sure that you're speaking with enthusiasm, that you sound passionate about the work that you do. Judges are able to tell if someone is repeating notes that they've memorized, so make sure that you speak in a way that's really engaging. Pit presentations take some time to perfect, but don't worry. With the practice and the experience, by the time that the first day of the first competition is over, you'll already be an expert. So get your League of Logic t-shirt on, put on some safety glasses, and let's go impress some judges.
Now, let's talk about most likely the most important presentation that you would be giving as a member of the business team, which would be the Chairman's Award presentation. Traditionally, at every single FRC competition, there is a list of awards that are given to certain teams in attendance that reflect the core values of FRC. Some of these core values include discovery, impact, innovation, inclusion, teamwork, and fun. And some of the major awards includes the Woody Flowers Award, the Safety Award, and the Dean's List Award.
But aside from those awards, the most prestigious award that can be won by a FIRST robotics team is the Chairman's Award. This award honors the team that represents a model for other teams to emulate and best embodies the mission of FIRST. It was created to keep the central focus of FIRST robotics competition on the ultimate goal of transforming the culture in ways that will inspire greater levels of respect and honor for science and technology, as well as encouraging more of today's youth to become science and technology leaders. One Chairman's Award is given to a team at every district or every regional FRC event.
The entirety of the application process for the Chairman's Award is quite complex, and there are lots of steps. First off, there's an essay portion and then a video submission. In both of these, what's important to know is that a list of keywords you should be using when writing and creating these parts of the application. Here are some keywords that you might want to use. Ooh, look at all these words.
Now that we've gone over how the application process for Chairman's work, let's talk about what will happen on the actual presentation day. Essentially, what would happen in a normal year is that you would sign up for the date and time you want to give presentation the night before the competition begins. We try our best to book our time slot on the second day of competition. That way, the business team can do last-minute practices on the first day and can focus on pit presentations. Then, we could help the drive team as much as possible on the third and final day of competition. Essentially, you will walk into a room with 3 judges who are sitting in a long table. The interviews are limited to 12 minutes total. Up to 7 minutes for presentation by the team, which includes the setup, and up to 5 minutes of a question and answer session led by the judges. Describe examples of how your team members act as role model or inspire other FIRST team members to emulate. Our team promotes leadership and encourages our student members to be exemplary students who represent the team. Our team has many sub-teams, each with its own captain to lead it. There are 2 students co-captains who ensure our team is organized and on track for success. Our team strives to have a productive and motivating environment where everyone can learn and grow together as a group. Our mentors help the rookies on their journey in FIRST and nurture their passion for STEM.
Keep in mind though that the competition for this award is fierce, as every team is trying to get it. That's why preparing a well thought out chairman's presentation is absolutely crucial. In order to do a perfect presentation, you have to practice. Make sure that you start planning for chairmans months in advance before the competition. That way you can consult with mentors, plan multiple drafts of the script, and perfect that routine. Finally, ensure that you rehearse this routine thousands of times. Rehearse in front of members, in front of a mirror, or one of the mentors, and even Mr. McKay. Make sure that you got this and make sure you be confident, and presentations will be another skill that you can add to your resume.